Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome to Ball X Pit. It's a breakout roguelike, where you are, well, bouncing balls off of groups of enemies, and, well, killing them for experience, getting better balls, getting passive upgrades and whatnot. It's effectively a few mixed Breakout and Vampire Survivors, which is an extremely weird combo, but not one that I hate. In fact, I actually love it. I played the demo for this a while ago, and have been kind of lightly obsessed with it up until this point. Or at least the idea of playing more, and now that it's coming out on October 15th, I get the chance. A couple days early, I'm probably going to do a micro series on this one, maybe. Chance to dodge incoming attacks, and we could go for poison. This has a really good evolution. Now let's go for that. Question. Encyclopedia. So there are balls that we can find. Passives. Bestiary. I was really hoping there would be a way that I could check my evolutions. Yeah, so Inferno is that Fire and Wind, Frozen Flame, Holy Laser, Hemorrhage. A lot of these I haven't seen yet. So I guess I'm just going to have to keep playing around. Yeah, so as you play through this game, you combo different balls together. There's two different ways to combo. You can just mush two level 3 balls together and they combine their effects, or you take two specific types of balls and get a unique ball based on those two. So Bleed and Poison gives you the Plague Ball, which is quite good, and then you can mix that with other things. And so mixing that with some kind of AoE ball would be extremely good. Sure. Might be a bit of a salty run back for me, but there is if you do ice and wind together, it creates a pretty solid combo. Though I mostly want to focus on my Plague Ball and my Bleed Ball, because if I can max those out, we're in a good spot. Baby Balls when you're healed. Stone Archer is interesting. I've never tried this before. It could be good. I think I'm going to reroll. We can get something else. So this one heals you. Baby balls, but your aim becomes scattered. Guess I'll grab the ice ball for now. I was hoping not to get that until I got another level, but I guess we're just going to accept it. There. Okay, so now my ice ball and my poison ball have maxed out. And so if we get another one of those, we can fuse them together and create an evolution. So if I do ice and lightning, yeah, let's do ice and lightning. Pressure gauge is kind of good too. I don't know how some of these projectiles don't hit me. I'm definitely not avoiding their hits as well as I'd like to, but hey, if the game's not going to punish me for my poor dodging, I'm not going to complain. Okay, bounce from here. Now, there's also like extensive town building and let's do an evolution. Because yeah, we want to go for virus. Okay, stack of disease to units it hits. Disease lasts for 6 seconds. Each stack of disease does 3 to 6 damage and has a chance of passing a stack to undiseased enemies nearby. Let's max out lightning for the time being. Yeah, so we'd like to be able to make the disease orb have an AoE to it, if possible. As it's going to do bucket loads of damage, being able to spread that around, maybe. And so if I mix Frost and Lightning together, and then you can also mix, if you noticed when we got that like glowing rainbow orb thing, we also had evolutions and then fusions. If you do a fusion, you take 2 level 3 orbs together, combo them, and you can get something else. Let's see. More damage after hitting the back of the field. Otherwise, damage is reduced. Damage when hitting enemies from their left side, which is funny, but kind of limited. Right now, it would actually be incredibly good, but eh. Oh, that was easy. Okay, question. Hate to do this. Why not? Game? I guess I'll go for the dodge incoming attacks. There it is. Now I can pick up the fusion reactor so we can get this. So now we got Blizzard Orb. So freezes all enemies in a 2-tile radius for 0.8 seconds, dealing a decent chunk of damage. Okay. Then we want to get both of these up to level 3, because if I can do that, we can have a AoE that applies Plague to everything. Yeah, we'll just go for the levels here. Thanks. Big upgrade. Very helpful. Yeah, I want to play with, like, ghost orbs and some other things, but we will do that at a slightly later date. Or laser date. Oh, because, yeah, I haven't even considered some of these comboed with the Holy Laser. Oh, gosh. That probably gets nutty good. I'm just gonna have to take the fusion reactor. Not what I wanted. Because I don't want too much of this stuff to, like, fall off screen here. Also could do without some of the... I'm assuming that's Plague flashing a bunch, which is softening enemies up, and I can't complain too hard about that. Okay. We can do more poison. Let's do Ghost Ball. Just to see if I can find an interesting evolution for the Ghost Ball. Okay, it's boss time. Fusion reactor. Get a fusion. We're going to combine fusion, or Plague and Blizzard. So, tons of damage. 1 stack of disease to units it hits. Lasts for seconds. Area of effect from Blizzard also does status effects from Plague. So now we've got just like a massive damage over time AoE that we're chucking out every once in a while. Let's see. Balls go through enemies. I mean, it's good, actually. Kind of. It means I'm going to get slapped, though. Like, anything nearby is going to be an issue for me. Yeah, we're not doing tons and tons of damage to the boss. Just making this harder on me. Okay, could go for the Vamp Ball. I haven't tried Vampire plus Ghost. I don't know if that does anything. There's also Bleed Ghost. I think I'm going to go for Radiant Feather, though. It gives me some extra velocity whenever I fire my balls out. Slows me down a smidge, because it gives me knockback. Okay, heal past your max health. Could go for that. Could go for Earthquake. Yeah, problem is I'm having trouble hitting this guy. Dark Ball. Don't think I like it. Might have to, though. Okay, I'm just gonna go for the Reactor. Alchemist. Increase endurance scaling to D. Ooh, okay. Get a Fission. Okay. Ghost is maxed. Yeah, I want to avoid collecting this fission orb. But, yeah, chances are I'm going to have to pick it up before it goes away. Hopefully we get one more before we're done. Because I want to see if Ghost and Earthquake does something. But it might also be Ghost and Dark. Or it's just none of those, it's something else. Okay, tornado in a bottle. Eh. Hopefully there's a meta progression upgrade at some point that gives me just a little bit of pickup radius. I know there's a passive that does, but this is silly. Please have a fusion. Or an evolution, yes. Dark Ghost. Cursed enemies on hit. Cursed enemies are dealt a bunch of damage after being hit 5 times. Interesting. I mean, good for bosses, maybe? The damage on it is quite good. Alright, we're kind of doing so far so something. I'm not actually sure if the Plague Blizzard is as good as I'd like it to be. Curse Blizzard should be really good. Oof. Hit a speed patch. Oh, I see. It's because I had no balls in the tank to slow me down. I think the Curse Ball would work exceptionally well with the... with like a Micro Ball build. Not so much this one. Ooh. Yeah, let's go for the Golden Bowl. I'm curious about how they work anyway. Oh, interesting. So that's what the bowl does. Oh. But I think it got killed by one of my own orbs. Keep that in mind. Alright. Okay, dodge those. I'm gonna drop my speed down. I don't think we need to be... we want to be on full speed for a bullet hell boss fight. Ow. I'm noticing every once in a while we just get like a gazillion money. I'm not entirely clear on how or why, but that's okay. Yeah, egg sac, silver bullet, magic staff, boost my AoEs. Okay, definitely pushing it somewhat here. Okay, we cleared out all of his minions. Oh gosh, he's dying. I didn't realize how little health this boss had. Get Shrek'd? Okay, so we can now upgrade the lift. We can also increase our speed scaling. Well, that worked out. Increase range in which wheat is collected, or... yeah, let's go for long sickle. Okay, so this thing did absurd damage, but I bet we can do better. Try and avoid plague, maybe. Okay, enough gears to upgrade the lift. So this should give us a new level to go to. Liminal Desert. Okay, so one other part of this game is that it has town building meta progression, so you can build all of these different things to unlock new characters, unlock extra stats. The scaling is going to be really good. And more money. However, for the moment, all we want to do is actually go out here and harvest. So this is, so I've built kind of an awkward town. It looks weird, I'm sure. The reason for this is, when we bounce off of any of these things, the ones with the progress bars will get progress completion on them, thus leading to the construction of a building, which will either give me a stat or a new unit or something like that. Each of these little resource nodes will give me just that, resources. Even though it says it's going to bounce off of this thing, we pass through the wooden bits and we just send our guys off. And then we want to ideally finish a couple of these. Hey, so we've unlocked the Embedded, new character. So Veterans Hut and also Barracks. Characters gain bonus strength. Cool. So Barracks is done. Villa's still working. Okay. So what do I want to do with this? Because ideally, we move things around. Okay, we can also upgrade them, which is quite good. I guess I'm just going to rearrange for a bit. Something like that, because we want to kind of limit our harvesting area. Eventually, I'm going to have to seed more of this, but it's fine. Okay, so let's play. The Embedded starts with poison. Balls will always pierce enemies until they hit a wall. Interesting. Okay, so we're actually going to go back up to the boneyard. I also haven't messed with fast, which I'm curious about. But yeah, there's a bunch of blueprints on the boneyard that we haven't unlocked yet. Might be more characters, might be more like passive. Who knows? Yeah, so you can be really strategic with this guy. To like pass through and do a bunch of damage and other tricks. I don't know what happens in some of these situations. At least the poison does damage after the fact. Poison guarantees us a bunch of damage, so we might actually want to go for stuff like the rubber band and the feather to give us some speed here. Okay, so there's the bulb. When a poison enemy dies, 10% chance for them to come back as a zombie. Yo. I guess I might as well leave this running. That poison ball is going absolute ham back there. And yeah, I don't know if the zombie coming back is particularly amazing. Good stuff. Okay, so there's the vampire ball. Chance of healing. I'm gonna go for the horizontal laser. For reasons. It's not going to give us an evolution immediately, but if I can get the vertical laser as well, we'll be in luck. I just have to find a good fusion with the poison. I know bleed and poison creates some, creates a pretty good thing. But I'd like to hopefully have other evolutions than just that. Let's see, balls do more damage after hitting the back wall, 80% more, which is going to be very good on this character. Because yeah, if you notice, that's a lot of back wall stuff. Okay, let's just go for the fission. Ooh, that's some luck. But yeah, what I'm hoping to do is have the fuse like a poison, some kind of poison plague, whatever ball with the lasers so that it is spreading poison hard. The one thing is, can you have multiple synergies with the same thing? I don't know. So it might be healthy for me to go for the bleed, just go for the plague again. Even if kind of been there, done that with plague, we can at least mix it with something else that's interesting. And then try and find another evolution. It isn't the worst idea. Okay. One evolution is available. These? Really? Radiation beam. Radiation beam on hit. That does damage, applies stack of radiation. Radiation lasts for 15 seconds, causes enemies to receive more damage. Alright. And now all I have to do is find an evolution. Problem is I don't... Okay, we have a really silly one, but it might be kind of tricky to pull off. Okay. Yeah, we want to get these stuck behind. Unfortunately, it does make it a little trickier to hit. But not overwhelmingly so. I think the one problem is... Oh. The radiation beam ain't poisoning them anymore. Well, it's fine. Yeah, what if I mix the radiation beam with the holy laser? Okay, I need to kill this guy. I'm just having trouble. Go with that. Got him. Just barely. And I'm just gonna have to grab this. No evolution. Don't need it. All characters gain bonus speed. Good stuff. Another fusion this early is not what I want. Maybe I can do something with it. Unlikely. Unless there's some kind of vertical laser bleed. That I'm not aware of. Okay, one way or another, we're not going to be able to get a level before this is done. So I'll instead just take those. Oh, close enough. Alright. So we're still doing something. It's just a little funky. Okay, let's see if I can get one more level. These are all maxed. There's the laser ball. Okay, we have a fusion available. We don't want to do it yet. Because I could fuse the radiation beam, but I think it would be a mistake. Yeah, unfortunately this does mean that Poison Flask ability is utter crap. It's just kind of a downer. Yeah, I was hoping I'd get an interesting ability to poison a bunch. But, I mean, luckily that passive isn't the end-all be-all, and this is the easiest among them. Please. Horizontal beam. Okay, cool. So if I go back to this, we can do an evolution. We can fuse this, so now we have Holy Laser, which it does a cross beam every time it hits. Which should be perfect if I combine it with the Radiation Laser, which does a diagonal. Because there's a very real possibility we might be able to have the have it shoot in like 6 cardinal directions. Okay, different boss, but that's fine. I'm feeling kind of gutsy. Decent chunk of damage. Yeah, no status effect here, which is a bit of a downer. But everything else about this build has some juice. Okay. Alright, and we've got to get this up to level 3 before we get another one of those fusion thingadoos. Because, yeah, I could have also had it that the beam does... Let's see. I could have had it that the beam also, like, applies a bleed. Plague could have worked. Oh, please die soon. There it goes. Okay. Level up. Yeah, level up. Alright, fusion reactor, fusion. Radiation beam and holy laser. So now we should... I have no idea what this is going to do. Okay. So beam on hit. All area of effect from holy laser inflicts status effects from radiation beam. Yep. Look at that go. So now we've just got the Merc beam. And I have to find something that pairs with bleed. Or wind. I don't know. Ideally, we find one more combination here. Whatever it's going to be. We are taking some damage, so it might not be a bad idea to go for like a vampirism of a sort. Any kind of healing would be appreciated, as I'm looking a little punched. On the plus side, my damage is very good. Yeah, there's also like a rubber band, hairband kind of deal. Area of effect damage is very good, yeah. This is just a flat 20% damage boost to my whole build. Just kind of toast things. We'll have to see how the boss behaves. Is that... well, I don't know. This is an interesting build for potentially killing the boss. Because a lot of the bosses have shields to make them not hittable. At certain angles. Okay, what do we want to do? My chances of getting that up. So we have a fusion available. Wait, no, we don't want a fusion. We want an evolution. So if we're lucky, we get one more of those before we're done. Worst comes to worst, it's just the Thundercloud, which is like a genuinely good ability. Ah, yeah, we're not going to get the rubber band. We have the feather, the staff, and the axe. All of which are good. A little bit of healing. Oh boy. I see why this guy's just looking super injured. They just don't have much health to begin with. Let's get the lightning ball. There it goes. This is just a nice little light show we've got going for ourselves here. Now I need is just one more fusion orb. And we're good to go. Maybe a little bit more. I don't think we're getting it. Oh, was it one of those where the bone arms are blocking the hits? Yeah, you can only hit the crown. Well, in that case... since I've got piercing... it's kind of an ugly fight. I'm just kind of ignoring the gameplay mechanics. Because yeah, I can just pierce straight through them. And just take him out. There goes. That was easy. Schoolhouse. All characters gain bonus intelligence. Cozy Home unlocks a new character. Oh yeah, it's the other reason why we were having problems. Didn't level up. Increase the harvest clock. Let's go with the Woodmaster. Okay, go back to base because I should have some materials and some characters to unlock. Okay, so the villa's done. Let's move some things. Okay, Warfare, Shoemaker, Schoolhouse. Area of effect and passive ability damage. Speed scaling. AoE power. Oh, move speed and ball speed. Okay, let's rearrange some stuff. Is this done? No, it's still under construction. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna need some more space at some point here. Alright, that should be good. These are all done. This is still in progress. What else could I build? Shoemaker, Alchemist. I kind of think we might want to just leave some of these. Haunted house is almost done. Or actually, maybe if I did something like this. That'll do. Okay, and I have 3 characters now that'll show up when harvesting. Wow, that worked out extremely well. So we now have the cogitator. And we've finished building a lot of things. Okay, so I can move these off. There we go. Guess I'll move that over here for the time being. What else can I build? Bonus speed. Yeah, I guess I can keep jamming some things in here. And Yeah, I do have the alchemist. What am I doing stone-wise? Vaguely there. Is this done? Not yet. Haunted house is, effort, apparently. Okay, leave that close enough. Put that there. Not that we can do another one of those, but I have another character I can play with. Who's gonna give me more money? Cogitator starts with laser. Well, all things considered, we've still got some blueprints in the boneyard, so let's go work on that. It's the easiest level. Lasers are also fun. Oh, what is this guy's ability? Equipment. I'm gonna do a quick abandon. Because each character has a passive from what I remember. Automatically chooses upgrades. Oh. That's either going to be very good or extremely bad. Gibbous, take the wheel. Hoping I'd be able to send that off. Because, yeah, we want this thing to be behind. It's like primary merit. Oh, I see. I think I hate this man. Like, does he even pick good upgrades? Because I don't actually need speed. Well, okay. Oh, that boosts my movement speed. Well, go for the fusion reactor. Okay, at least we have plenty of time to heal. Yeah, I guess we'll find out if he knows what he's doing or not. Because it's one thing if he picks upgrades, it's another thing if he picks upgrades intelligently and, like, actually knows what, like, fusions are and combos and whatnot. And if he doesn't, then why this man? Okay. Let's hope we can get the earthquake ball just in case there's a fusion. Or not a fusion, a evolution. No, why would you do that? Well. Yeah, I don't think he knows what he's doing. Like, if it was pre-programmed to kind of set out and explore evolutions you haven't gotten before, or make evolutions you have, or something like that. But yeah, if he just does whatever the hell, then oh no. Well, let's see what it gets me. It's stupid. Okay. I think I'm just going to sacrifice this man and never look back. Like, weirdly enough, for the character named the Cogitator, they're so crap. Maybe I'll be able to pull off a win. But at the very least, it should be trying to pursue evolutions. Maybe. Maybe it is one of those that you just have to find more of them so they'll automatically go for it. And, like, fusions are good. I could just go for getting, what? 3 fuse balls and not even think about evolutions. It's maybe a build. But, oh, it still feels bad. Like, if you leveled twice as fast or had more slots, no, that wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, he just operates on dunderhead logic. I don't think there's going to be much I can do on this one. Okay, go back here. Why? I actually, like, legitimately hate this character. I'll probably make it work, but he's definitely going to be one of those characters that he just doesn't give a shit. Okay. Unless there's a fusion he knows about that I don't, or an evolution he knows about that I don't. Or a system I don't know about. That'd be interesting. I still feel like you really could actually have some kind of really intelligent build system that kind of identifies like which one of these would be good for your build, slightly suboptimally. So it's like, hey, here's some really good ideas for future runs for other characters. It kind of treat the Cogitator as like this weird tutorial instead of a prank. What? Well, okay, there was an evolution we didn't know about. There's actually 2. Stacks of bleed. Well, I wish I knew what that did, but yeah, he just scoots straight past equipment. Okay, stacks of bleed applies curse on hit enemies. Yeah, I mean, that's good. So it's either bleed and earthquake or dark and earthquake. Made a combo. Okay, so maybe he knows what he's doing. No. Yeah. Oh, we did earthquake and egg sack. Well, at least as far as things to lose, that's a good one to kind of squander. Actually, maybe it's good. I don't know. I reserve judgment for much later. Fortunately, we kind of desperately want to level up before we pick up the next orb, because otherwise it's just going to give me gold. Yeah, it's just going to have to give me gold. Or there's an evolution of it. What? There's evolutions with passives? Balls move faster, you move faster. What? Okay, never mind. I do not hate this man. This man is smarter than me. We might actually just have to play Cogitator for a couple of runs just to see what kind of weird shit it cooks up. Because I think it is unaffected by the... It is completely unaffected by my current unlocks. It just does whatever the heck it wants. Because it already knows the combo, so it's just gonna... not keen on that one. Yeah, good to know that passives can fuse. I think we just have to punch this thing in the face until it dies. Okay, bonus leadership. Not exactly a good combo. But, yeah, now we have vertical sacrifice lasers. Okay. Which, like, is kind of good. Okay. Get some health. Before you take in too much. And unfortunately, the axe was kind of a upgrade here. Because, yeah, I have to get to the back to be able to do damage here. Okay. But who knows? Maybe I'll make it work. Let's see. I'm slightly intensely focused on what's going on. Yeah, so this probably means the like left, right, front, back crit upgrades have a combo. I don't think Dark Orb was the correct choice here. Obviously, I'm a know-nothing doofus who criticized the Cogitator when it clearly is the master. But it seems like a lot of the upgrades and fusions related to the Dark Orb apply Curse. And I don't think you can double stack Curse. But who knows? And yeah, I'm not feeling the Stone Archer as much as I thought I would. It's not terrible. And yes, I know I do bonus damage if I get behind stuff, but I don't think that's happening here. At least my damage is only reduced by 10. Yeah, I do a decent chunk of damage. Yeah, that Earthquake Ball actually is kind of good. Because I think each of the little brood minions... Okay, good. Yeah, each of the little brood minions does a bunch of damage. I really wish I could get it so that the, so the lasers would proc if it bounces off the back. That would actually be extremely good. Okay, big bonus, I'm extremely quick here. So it does make avoiding some of these hits actually very easy. Okay. But even then, I think I'm not going to roll Cogitator much. There we go. I like being able to choose my own builds. Banish upgrades when leveling up up to 2 times. Yo, that's good. Harvest clock by 2 seconds when part of a harvest, or harvest clock by 0.2 seconds every time harvesting stone. So it would be 5 times for a second. So this would be 4 seconds. I'm just going to go for Timekeeper because it's guaranteed. Okay, well, I could build. We kind of don't want to build anything. Alright, they've built everything. So now we have the Repentant, the Cohabitants. Alright, so I think I'm going to expand. I think I'm going to expand here. And here, actually. And let's build. So Warfare. Bonus Leadership. Exorcist. Oof, is pricey. Housing. I actually didn't have too many left to go. Still. And we can also upgrade each and every one of these, but I think I'm going to rearrange for the moment. Because, yeah, we more or less want to just lock everything in. Now that all of these have been properly upgraded. Okay, we haven't finished the consulate. We do have the schoolhouse. This also means that I can probably upgrade some more stuff. Let's see, House for the Repentant, drop bonus gold. House for the Embedded. House for the Cohabitants. Okay. So I should get some more kind of everything, but also don't need to do too much. Let's see. We can upgrade this, so bonus speed, which is good. Can't upgrade those. Increase endurance. So we get health scaling. Speed scaling, which is good. That needs more upgrades. Bonus dexterity, fire rate, reload time, crit chance. Sure, I'll grab that one. That one's nice and easy. And these cannot be upgraded because they're character focused. So I guess in that case, let's build something like this. I'm going to do that because we kind of want a line of these because we get a bonus every time we pass through them. then I'm going to need wheat. Oh, that was a level 1. Probably should have grabbed that, but it's fine. Okay, so one more. So, couple with many children. For each ball launched, a copy is launched in a mirrored direction. Balls deal half damage. Broodmother. Freeze. Sorrowful specimen filled with regret. Balls do more damage every time they bounce, but when they hit the back wall, they return to the player, damaging each enemy they pass through. Interesting. I'm going to try the cohabitants. This has always been a build I've wanted to focus on. Boneyard does not have any blueprints for me, but I should probably get some base levels on some of these characters. I'm going to be doing another episode of this. There's not even a question on this one. Yeah, so I'm going to try and pick anything that has micro balls as a option. We do probably have a bigger hitbox, which is something to keep in mind. But it's probably okay. Okay, isn't going to work exactly. See, I'm going to have to get behind it. There we go. Let's see. Enemies explode on death, which is kind of good. Let's see. Heals you, immune to damage. It's 10 health per minute, though. Yeah, crit chance is kind of tempting. I'm going to reroll, see if I can do better. Can't necessarily. Let's see. So we get an orb, but we don't want it yet. So we do have the vampire, which we want. Because there's a passive that makes it so that you create a micro ball every time you heal. And I'm wondering if the Broodmother has a combo with the vampire ball. It seems like a natural synergy. There's also the Brood Sack or whatever it is. So we're going to have to play around with that. I do appreciate the amount of chaos I'm flinging, even if, yes, the damage is lower. Please have an evolution. Yes. Okay, spawns a mosquito every time it hits an enemy. Mosquitoes attack a random enemy, dealing 80 to 100 damage each. If a mosquito kills an enemy, they steal 1 health. Okay, so I could do pressure valve. We could do ghost. I'm gonna go with wind. Not exactly what I want to go for, but... Well, I don't know, because if I do wind and lightning, we get chain lightning. If we're lucky, the chain lightning will also maybe spawn mosquitoes. No reason not to. Now, I'm not going to be able to get any fusions here, so let's just go for fission. That is the good stuff. Now we just need to unlock at least one more orb before we get another one of those. Ideally, if we get 3 of them, that's going to be extremely good. I think this build, we definitely want to get the thing that makes it so my balls pass through. Grab the ghost orb just to see if that gets me anything. Okay, I'm just gonna send that off. We're just gonna bully this dude in the back. Alright. Seems like we're doing a decent chunk of damage to him. I guess both the wind ball and the ghost ball pass through enemies, so maybe I don't need it. There's also earthquake. Yeah, but I think I prefer lightning or something else that kind of has like a very clear natural synergy here. It's really hard to aim sometimes. Okay, boss is looking kind of bad. Okay, see if we can bounce off of these. Okay, do we get anything else? Get another vampire ball. Sure. We have a fusion, so we're going fission. If I have to, I'll fuse some of these. I can't believe these guys aren't dead yet. There it goes. To go for the ruby hilted dagger? Yeah. Okay, we have an evolution. These two. Pass it through enemies, saps them. Chance of stealing health, reducing their attack damage. Only applies once per enemy, but that's okay. Because yeah, if we can fuse the mosquito and that, that's going to do some interesting things. Too early. Not a fan. Level up. Then do AoE. This one. Oh, that's a broodmother ball. Okay. Could fuse, it would be bad. We're going fission. Surprisingly, we haven't seen the egg sac pop up yet. Maybe we won't. Okay. Banishing stuff could actually be extremely good, but obviously we're going to need to unlock that. I'm just trying to think of how to min-max this more. Nope. Yeah, we don't want that yet. And we might just have to accept it. That was a really bad time to have an itchy nose. On. Nope. Yes. Got it. Fusion. Mosquito and Soul Sucker. Okay. Oh. They're even better, too. Okay, so now the mosquitoes pass through enemies. They don't stay there, is the one thing. So that one cloak actually might have been better. Okay, what we really need is that passive that makes it so, healing conjures a micro ball. Unfortunately, it hasn't shown up yet. Let's see. Yeah, so the axe is kind of working out. Maybe not as well as I'd like it to. Do I want to do another vampire ball? No. Let's just go for this. Yeah. We have tons of micro balls, which is kind of pleasant. But yeah, the hatchet makes it so that the mosquitoes do double damage on their return trip, which is quite nice. I think I'm just gonna have to sit here and shoot this guy specifically. Use another ball, maybe? When you catch a special ball, automatically shoot more in random directions. I wonder if that's doubled. Okay, we're just gonna have to go for fission here. Well, that was stinky. Are you not dead yet? On the flip side, if there was ever a run to just tank hits from this guy, it would be this one. There it is. Let me level up. So I could go for the freeze. See if that gets me anything. Well, I mean, we know it's got an evolution at the very least. I'll try and get another ball up to level 3 if possible. But there's only so much I can do about it. And yeah, now that I know Boots and Feather would give me some movement speed, that actually would have been really good here. Or on a lot of builds. Okay. Another fusion orb. Ill-timed. We'll lead this guy into oblivion. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get it. Stinky. Hopefully we'll get another one before the boss shows up, but even if we don't, I think we're going to beat the boss. Not the best combo. I like the idea of the mosquito. I don't think it works great with the soul sucker. Main issue is just that the soul sucker only triggers once. I'm just going to go for the crit chance in the same column as you. That's going to be good for bosses. Okay, and just kind of pummel them. There we go. Yeah, I was hoping I could get even more micro ball stacking, but it looks like that is a no good, and we might not even get another fusion orb. Yeah, that last one was my last one. A downer. Okay. Luckily, I've got crit vampire mosquitoes. Oh. I didn't even think about this, but these guys have a bigger hitbox. That's stinky. It's gonna make some of these things real tricky. Yeah, and I can't avoid that particularly well. Yeah, so we're pretty much reliant on those mosquitoes doing tons of damage to them. Luckily, they do. It's oddly satisfying, honestly, having the projectiles pass through. And it wouldn't make sense on a practical level, but I think this is one of those games that actually would be kind of fun multiplayer. Having, like, two buddies kind of paired up and working together. Okay, at least that doesn't come back. I guess I should probably switch to a wider shot for a second. And yeah, that's not one we can weave through comfortably. Okay, boss is slightly trickier than I thought it was going to be. Only slightly. There goes. Oh boy. Yeah. I don't think the phantom mosquitoes were exactly the build, but that's okay. Pierces through boulders when harvesting stone. Don't I? Oh, maybe I don't. Well, let's go for that. I might have to move some things around then. Let's see, status power increased, everything is good, yeah. I really like this game. It's a good mix of interesting build crafting bullet heaven style, comboed with, let's see, I want to go for the weak capacity. I might as well try and get some of those up. Let's do a harvest. Oh, so you can't pass through forests either. Well. Oh, I see. They pass through if there's nothing else to harvest, question mark. And we've already built everything that there is to build, so yeah, we're good. Harvested everything there is to harvest. That's a lot of resources. And we finished the consulate, so now we have more of that too. I'll have to go to later levels to actually grab more resources. Exorcist is going to be stinky expensive, but it's fine. Anyway, I guess with all that said, let's rearrange for a second. I don't know how much any of this... No. I think this is fine. I think this is a good setup. At least currently we're not running out of anything, and so who cares? Anyway, yeah, no, absolutely adore this game. It's an interesting mix of bullet heaven character upgrades, comboed with very interesting meta progression, and some fun fusions. We've barely even messed around with them so far. And, okay. This is upgradable. Oh. Bonus intelligence, bonus endurance, bonus strength. Okay. So obviously we needed those materials to build more stuff. However, the extra flat stats are going to be really nice, especially if I'm playing as any and many of these various characters. Anywho, I guess I might as well mention that Ball X Pit is coming out in 2 days on Steam on the 15th, so if you do want to pick it up and play yourselves, just follow the link in the description below. And as a kind of constant reminder, I'm probably going to make a couple more videos on this game, very specifically, probably just at least through launch day. If not more than that, this game just has the sauce, it has the juice, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Also, might as well mention that this is made by the developer of Mr. Sun's Hatbox, which was a kind of weirdo infiltration roguelike that came out a couple of years ago, and it was a lot of fun. And I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't get a sale, kind of to go along with Ball X Pit if you're interested in picking up one of the funkier roguelikes I've played in recent memory. Though, hate to say it, this is just leagues above and beyond. I don't know how to rank every roguelike that I get, but this one's like easily top tier, and makes me excited to see where it goes. Hopefully get some post-launch support at some point too, but it's launching 1.0, so it might not. Anyway, with all that said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know, and if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.